guys, I'm back with a new video. So finally I've come up with something that is related to science, and today I'm going to make a drawer or a lock system that does not open with an ordinary key. It has some twist to it to open it, and I'm going to show you how I made it. And I actually did not do any research on it to see whether someone else has done it or not, because if I see someone has done it before me, I cannot unsee it. So if anyone has done this like I am doing right now, please don't think that I have stolen any ideas. It is originally completely mine, and let's get started. So let me show you what I've done. So it's quite simple. uh, this is a transformer course. So actually there are when you break open a transformer, there are a lot of metal sheets that are stacked uh, in a series, and that creates the core. So I have salvaged one of the cores from the transformer, and what I've done is with a plier I have bent it so it creates a kind of lock gripping system like this, so that this thing right here, this lever, goes right here and gets locked. Now what this motor does is there is a spring attached to it, and there is also a resistance or limit given to this lever mechanism, so that it does not go on the other direction. So it can only move in one direction, and the spring helps it to regain its original position. And when voltage is applied, this one is the positive side and this one is the negative side. Now in a motor the polarity does not matter, the motor would spin anyways, but since I want it to be in the from this angle, it has to be in the clockwise direction. So this one is positive and this one is negative. And what happens when I apply a voltage, the lever comes down and it's like this. So when the thing is turned off, it cannot pass this locking mechanism, but when I apply voltage and this thing comes down, it can easily pass. So now let me show you my drawer. Now I know this is not a drawer, this is a keypad, something like to keep the keyboard. So I'm using this because I'm making this just for the video, for temporary purpose. I'm not making it for a permanent uses. So I'm using this setup so that I can show you everything that I'm doing, and it's a lot easier to do it here. So the machine will go somewhere around this at the center, and I'll tape it down or add super glue. Let me set the camera. There you go. So on this part there will be this locking mechanism, and the drawer can come when the voltage is turned off. Now when I do that secret thing to turn it on, the lever comes down and it can easily pass. So let me give you another angle of view. Now see, it locks right here and it can't move anymore. And when I apply the voltage, this thing comes down and it can easily pass. So now let's make the connections. Okay, so the lock is done. Now let's talk about the key. So this is going to be the key. What I've done is I have taken apart a relay, and in a relay, if you take it apart, you will see that there is a solenoid and this terminal, kind of thing, like a switch, pressure switch. So what happens that when the relay is powered, for example mine was 12 volt, so when I apply 12 volt to it, the solenoid works and it pulls the two terminals together and creates a contact. So what I've done is I've removed the solenoid and attached a magnet here. So when I bring another magnet, you can see that it pulls it towards itself and the terminal closes. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to fix this setup. Focus right here. So I'm going to fix this setup under the lid of a box and conceal it so that no one can guess what's inside that. And then I'm going to hide this magnet somewhere so I can use that as the key. So let's make it. Okay, so the setup is almost complete. Now let me just check it with this tiny magnet. Now see, as I have kept it here, nothing's happening, but when I move it to the right, you can see this part right here. Keep an eye on this. So that's how it's gonna work. Now I have to find out something to hide this. Okay, so what I've done is I've fixed the magnet on the bottom of this cat. I think it's a cat. So when I keep it on top of this, nothing happens, but when I move it to the right, so that's working like a charm. Now it's time to make this thing a little bit incognito. Okay, so you guys can definitely do a better job than I've done, because as I've said earlier, this is not my permanent setup, so I'll remove it once the video is recorded. So what I have to do now is just move this thing, and it works. Okay, so I was about to say that the setup is complete until I realized that I have not even added the locking mechanism yet. So it has to go somewhere right here. Let me take the measurements and complete the project. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I hope you guys liked the concept, and many of you guys might think that since I have shown you the secret, now it's actually useless. That's not the case, because what you can do is make the pattern more complicated. Like, we all know how a lock and key works, but we still can't pick a lock. Most of us can't pick a lock because we don't know the pattern of the key. So just like that, you guys came to know how this thing works. But what you can do is come up with better ideas of hiding the magnet, or make the switch in series so that you have to use more than one item to open the lock. So you can come up with your own ideas and twist to it. And as I've said earlier in the video, I have not done any research on it, and I'm not sure whether anyone else has done it or not. So please don't say that I have stolen this idea from anyone else. It's originally totally mine, and if anyone has done it, I appreciate it. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.